So today, El Salvador adopted the Bitcoin law, which means that Bitcoin is a legal tender now, and you can transact with it as you would with a dollar. Now, let's think about why El Salvador would want to adopt Bitcoin, right? One of the main reasons why is because remittances account for a quarter of the GDP of the country. That is an incredible amount of money. And the GDP of El Salvador is only $25 billion. But imagine a quarter of that money coming from remittances. And for those of you that are not sure what remittances, and I can't even say it, are, it's basically money that people send from the US to El Salvador, right? And they usually do that through money transfer services like Western Union, for example. And there's a fee involved when you transfer money, from one country to another, to a recipient, I guess, in El Salvador. Now, Bitcoin is supposed to help that transaction by cutting fees. And how does the country, or how does the government expect to do that? Well, they're creating a crypto wallet that people can download in El Salvador and on their phones. And from there, people in the US have that same ability, or have the ability now to transfer money directly, to that crypto wallet. I think about that sort of like Venmo, when you're transferring money from one person to another, right? So that's what you will be able to do essentially with this new app, crypto wallet in El Salvador, to transfer that money. And in essence, not paying any fees, right? Or maybe a few fees. Now, so that's the pro for that argument. Now, the con for that argument is that if people wanted to actually get cash from their, crypto wallet, they would have to go to a Bitcoin ATM and then exchange the Bitcoin for dollars. But those ATMs have a fee. So, how much are you really saving? I guess it would depend on the amounts and what that transaction costs are for those Bitcoin ATM. But I know they're not free. Now, the second point, and this goes back to the app, why El Salvador decided to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender, is to try to get people to be involved in the financial system. Let me give you this number. This is incredible. When I found out about this was an incredible number. In the US, there is 6% of the population is unbanked. In El Salvador, 70% of the population is unbanked. So how would this help then? So the reasoning behind how this will help is because most people do have access to a cell phone, right? And I don't have the statistic for the people that have a smartphone, but the population that have cell phones is a lot. So this crypto wallet that you can download, you will be able to have, your money stored basically on your cell phone, right? On this app. And that's how you're bringing a lot of the people that are unbanked to the banking system, essentially. Now, on the con side, the issue is that most people that would just have the crypto wallet as their bank, quote unquote, their bank, they would have everything that they own basically stored in that wallet, right? And if it's kept in Bitcoin, what if, Bitcoin falls 10, 20, 50%? They're losing all that life savings for them, right? So that, to me, is going to be a difficult situation if that happens. So that's on the downside. Now, I know I know Bitcoin can increase as well, but if it increases, then, you can make money on the life savings that you have stored in that account. But I don't know. You tell me, how would you feel if you only have one account, right, which is that crypto wallet, and you never know when you're going to wake up if it's going to be up or down. So, that's a difficult situation. And the other part to that I would say is that you have to put that also into perspective, because in the US, minimum wage in the US is around $10 an hour, $15 an hour, depending where you are in what state, right? In El Salvador is $1.50 an hour. So that makes a huge difference on, if you are putting all your money in a crypto wallet. So will you be able to bring people unbanked to a banking type system? Possibly. But then they are risking a lot of that money because it is tied to a currency that is very volatile. The third reason why El Salvador decided to adopt Bitcoin is for foreign investments. The government is hoping that Bitcoin mining becomes a thing in El Salvador, right? And how will they be able to support that, right? And their argument, or on the pro side, the argument is, oh, we have plenty of geothermal energy that can be powered through the volcanoes that we have. There's like 14 volcanoes in El Salvador, so there's plenty of energy that can be used in order to process the needs for Bitcoin mining. Now, that's on the pro side. On the con side is that, yes, El Salvador can provide that electricity through geothermal power, but that is not established yet, right? That has to be an investment, and it takes time for that investment to produce, for you to manufacture a plant that can process the amount of energy required for Bitcoin mining. And the other part to that is that right now the country doesn't have enough electricity for, just for the day-to-day activities of the country. So there's times that there are blackouts there. So they would have to do that investment in order to sustain not only Bitcoin mining, if that becomes a reality, but also the day-to-day activities of the country. Now, so what's going on with Bitcoin pricing? The price is down about 10% to 47,000 at the time that I'm filming this video. So this could change, how volatile Bitcoin is. So, but it's about 10% down. So why is that? You would think that the price would be up on this positive news for Bitcoin, right? But it's counterintuitive, actually. And I think the reason is because people bought the rumor and they sold the news, right? It's a typical thing that happens in stock many times when you hear something might happen, or that could happen, or that hasn't happened yet. And then once something happens, then the stock, or in this case, Bitcoin, sells off. However, overall, I think this is a positive news for Bitcoin because it is showing that, one country in the world is going to be actively buying and promoting Bitcoin to its citizens. So hopefully that will encourage other countries to do the same. The implications of this are asymmetrical, I would consider them. And that means that it's either going to be very good for El Salvador or really bad for El Salvador. And it's an experiment that is just starting. And no one knows what it's going to happen at the end. But I think we're going to hear a lot between, daily, weekly timeframes over the short term, a lot of I told you so's, right? Either from the people that agree with it or the people that don't agree with it, depending on what Bitcoin price is doing. If the Bitcoin price is moving higher, then you're going to hear a lot of positives and a lot of good things coming out of El Salvador saying how great adopting the Bitcoin law was. But if it's the opposite, then you're going to hear the opposite. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, consider giving it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe as I'll be posting more content soon.